Welcome back. Tonight we continue our Look Who Cares 12 Days of Giving, nominated by Look TV Director of Media Development, Christine Dixon. We welcome Max Yurenda, the CEO and Executive Director from the Double H Ranch in Lake Luzerne. Max Yurenda, we appreciate you stopping by.
It's a pleasure to be here, David.
Being a part of our 12 Days of Giving. The Double H Ranch, a truly special place in Lake Luzerne. Share with us a little bit just about how magical this camp is.
We're celebrating 21 years this year, 2013. Our mission is really to provide specialized year-round programs and support to children and families who are dealing with life-threatening illnesses in our community. We're obviously striving very hard to ensure that the medical services that we're providing these kids, that the environment that we're providing, it's empowering, it's exciting, it's fun, because that's what our founders, Charlie Wood and Paul Newman, wanted. But that medical sound environment is such a critical secondary, but kind of at the forefront to ensure that these kids are able to fulfill all their experiences at camp in a very safe manner. The great news is we're able to afford these children these services throughout the year at no charge, and we try to capture the magic of the Adirondacks.
You know, a lot of these children dealing with illnesses, disabilities, often terminal. Talk to me about that process of making this such a special time for them, but also treating them like any other child. They're there to have just a worry-free camp experience.
It's a great point. I think what we've created is an umbrella of acceptance. If you came into our camp with 3 heads, would be like, David, where'd you get those extra 2 heads? Anyone that walks on the grounds of Double H is in a protected class. It's kind of a philosophy, a culture that we're trying to instill in our counselors, our volunteers, to say that no one is any different or better than anyone else. And I think these kids that come to us are certainly challenged in their health issues, society placing those labels on them that they are different, they're missing a limb, they're missing their hair. So we're really providing these kids with an opportunity. I think the most important thing we do for the kids is that social connectedness, where these children are meeting kids with similar needs, some even more tragically challenging, to say that these kids are not alone in the world, that we're here for you, and that you're not alone in this world.
This mission doesn't stop. It's all year long. You've got summer programs, of course, in the shoulder seasons, and the winter, the adaptive ski program. Talk to me about just offering services for these children and families all year long.
We started out, obviously the core mission that Charlie and Paul had was to create a summer residential program for children, which we did, celebrating 21 years. Then we got creative, doing a little bit of out-of-the-box look at, on our on-site, we have a 2-person chairlift, 2 slopes. Could we maybe refurbish this and go to the ski industry? So we have in our 16th year now an adaptive winter sports program right on site, the only privatized one of its kind in the Northeast. 160 volunteer ski instructors. We do spring and fall family programs, so that's where the whole family unit gets to come to camp. We do bereavement programs, we do Camp Inspiration, which is our ventilator-dependent program. We'll do disease-specific family programs. It reunites the family to say, okay, the child with the illness doesn't necessarily have to be the focus now. Those siblings who were wishing they had cancer so they could come to Double H. We were listening. We're able to now bring that whole family back together to reunite them, which is a wonderful gift.
You know, back to the adaptive ski program for just a minute.
Sure.
These children are put into devices that will allow them to just have a winter activity like anybody else. We've seen, pictures of children in ski, especially rigged up ski equipment to get them down. How special is that?
I think what Double H has done is knock down barriers for these kids far beyond what the rest of the world is able to do. It's really kind of disappointing when we look out to the world for adaptive equipment to meet the needs, the individualized needs of our kids. So we have a lot of engineers, a lot of creativity on our staff as well as our volunteers who come up with equipment that is truly meeting the individualized needs. To have a child on a ventilator be able to do alpine skiing, I think it's something that isn't happening in this country. So we're very, very excited about that. And the other program that we've taken on the road, since our facility is utilized year-round, is hospital outreach programs. Okay. Working with our 14 key hospitals throughout the Northeast, primarily New York State, bringing Double H to the hospitals, doing some bedside programming, working with the child life specialists, building a presence and building confidence in the clinicians, the parents. Testimonials where a parent would say, my God, my child's been in the hospital 3 days ago. First time I've seen a smile on their face. Tell me a little bit more about this special place we call Double H.
Definitely a special place, and to bring that smile to a child's face. Obviously what you're doing takes a lot of money and a lot of folks to help you create that mission. Talk to me about the need for people to dig a little deeper during this holiday season or all year long to help you meet those goals.
I think I would classify Double H as a blessed charity, but also uniquely challenged, because obviously our founders mandate that we will never charge for services. We have to raise over $3 million every year through general public support, individuals, corporations, organizations, foundations. We do our grants, we do special events. Volunteerism is one of our absolute main lifelines. Having school groups, the varsity teams coming up to camp to do some community service work days, and then having 10 minutes through the coaches. Max, you have 10 minutes to really kind of share the mission. That's what these kids need to hear. They're the next generation of leadership. Doing sponsorship of our events. We have an end of the year appeal where folks can sponsor a program. They can sponsor a counselor who are really the ones that really deserve the credit for taking these kids on these safe and life-changing experiences. Trade skills. We are always looking for support in our facilities. We inherited an old facility. It's wonderful. But with that, there's a lot of work that has to happen up there. Groups to help with mailings, registration days. I think the best resource is our website, which we really try to provide for folks to really show you all the opportunities. It doesn't have to be that huge financial gift. Every dollar matters at Double H, and I love it when kids are collecting bottles or in lieu of birthday gifts. You know, I want my gift money to come to the Double H.
So much we could talk about, Max, with the great work you're doing. We appreciate you stopping by and being one of our 12 charities this holiday season. Good luck with your mission all year long.
Thank you and the community, David. We're very, very fortunate.
Max Yurenda, the CEO and Executive Director of the Double H Ranch in Lake Luzerne. Now, to see this segment for a second time, learn how to make a donation or donate your time, head to our website. It's looktvonline.com.